Recently, Arslan was in Dubai, and when he was there, he was streaming a bunch of online Tekken. This is pretty rare because when Arslan streams, it's usually with his training partners in Pakistan offline. The internet infrastructure there doesn't really allow for really good online Tekken play. That said, a couple of my favorite sets were 2 first to 5s against Williams XH, a Nina specialist from Saudi Arabia. Now, Arslan is obviously well versed with what Nina is capable of, but Williams XH gave him a really good fight. I'm not going to spoil the results because I want to cover the 2 first to 5s here. What I'm going to do, since first to 5s are pretty long, is I'm going to give you some of the key sets in full, or the key games, and then I'll do a bit of highlights of some of the cool moments where Williams XH shows a lot of character specialization and the cool situations that Nina can create. And then we'll wrap up the ends of the sets, of course, with like a full play-by-play, so you can really get absorbed in like the tension and the player psychology and things like that. If you want to see the entire watch through of both first to 5s and their later first to 10, that'll be on my second channel, where it'll be like fully uncut. You'll see me take notes on it in case you want to nerd out in a really like heavy Tekken way. Anyways, that's enough of a preamble. Let's get to these matches because there's a lot to show. So, Williams XH versus Arslan. Arslan is going to be on the player 2 side wearing this blue shroud over Nina's face. All right. This is actually a little funny. Somebody in the chat says, oh, this Nina's really good, and Arslan takes it personally.
So what do you mean he's good Nina, so I am bad Nina?
Obviously, he's joking. All right, it's not that serious. So I'll keep track of the score down here because 2 first to 5s is pretty long. But yeah, I want to show some of the matches, then show some highlights, and then show the very ends of the sets to capture like the tension of the actual sets. But look at Williams XH right away, triple butterfly loop to the wall off of a low parry, and that is a great way to introduce his gameplay style. He builds his playstyle around his insanely optimized combo game. Okay, so whereas Arslan is kind of a strong defense, strong control, and like a conservative poking style player, Williams XH almost plays Nina like a zoner. Like, he's comfortable creating space and chilling from far away, and then throwing long range sniper moves and the poison mist to restrict when you can get in. But once you do get in, it's not like his defense isn't there either. Look at this, wipe the floor reaction on the first one, okay? So once you do get in on Williams H, he has that, you know, low reaction speed, but he also plays a bunch of sidestep and parry to kind of shut off your immediate poke attempts. Then when you try to realign or delay, he starts mashing on you, and you can see as the set progresses, Arslan is going to get pretty frustrated with that because he's a poking style player. Okay, Arslan double sidestep 1 pressure, tons of QCF1s, and Williams XH creates that space. Poison mist and a clean sidestep left. Doesn't get a big whiff punish. There's the whiff punish. Another cool technique that Williams XH uses is the single crouch dash back. When Nina does quarter circle back, she does a little back sway stance and ducks down, and Williams XH abuses the evasiveness of that, sometimes even getting under mids. So it's like an enhanced backdash with a bunch of high and some mid evasion. It's pretty nasty. Okay, Williams XH, even though I said he's a bit defensive, he will play wall pressure, so he's not always leaning into one mode over the other. It's just a general preference over many, many games. Arslan gets a nice side turn punish. It doesn't wall splat. It would have killed. Textbook XH. Look at this. He ate the low and then rage arted. Again, even when you do get in on him, his defensive style is so obnoxious. It's almost like designed to like rage bait you into either hesitating too much or getting too aggressive. There's a fine balance here that Arslan has to figure out. Sidestep 2, nice block punish. Clean sidestep left or on the knee after down back 3. And Arslan, if you hear, he's surprised that that even happened. Counter hit down back 3, kicked in the rear. Back 2-2. One of Nina's best moves. Orbital. And he tried to parry on block. He did try it earlier too. Basically, if you're not super tight on either block punishing or whiff punishing, Williams XH has like a robbery attempt ready to go with a parry or a sidestep or something like that. Speaking of sidestep, Arslan sidewalks left around the QCF2, blows up the wall with the guns, and that secures the kill. Would not have happened if not for the wall explosion. Correcting the axis and guaranteeing the extension. Sprint up, down back 3 into parry from Arslan. Williams XH stays down. Nice block in the down too.
Nice.
QCB. Did you see that evasion? QCB evasion right here. Boom.
Nice.
Dodging the homing, advancing mid. And now triple butterfly loop into reverse ivory cutter. How does he get the wall? Wall splat, but the explosion was already spent earlier. Williams XH playing a conservative wall game. Arslan swapping sides. Now he has the wall advantage, and look at how he plays this. Sidestep 1 slide, sidestep 1, sidestep 1, QCF1, back 2-2. Completely smothering him, changing his attack timing. Sometimes he's not swinging at all, and he counter hits multiple times and dodges the parry. That was clinical. That was clinical. We gotta see that again. Look at this. We know Williams XH wants to parry, he wants to mash, and Arslan is getting around all those attack timings.
Yeah, this guy can react to maybe.
That is pretty nice. That is a pretty strong, like, layer 1 offense. Arslan goes up. Score is 0-1 because of, you know, Arslan is on the player 2 side. I want to keep that as clear as possible. Okay. Going to game 2. Williams XH has to make an adjustment. Doesn't want to get his back to the wall against Arslan with that style, or he has to adjust his mash timing. Okay. 2 throw, interrupting Williams XH's offense. Back 2-2 mash. Okay, classic. Forward 2-1 snipe. That's a big tool that Williams XH loves to use. It's the fact that when you're approaching Nina and you have to close the gap against that sidestep and try and get around that parry and poison mist, forward 2 is a huge long-range snipe. Counter hit launch is a phenomenal property on that move. Clean sidewalk left around the heat smash, but Arslan gets robbed by the wall angle. This sidewall adjustment is not bad. Poison mist, and another block on the wipe the floor. How does he see it? How does he see it? Okay, ivory cutter. QCB tried to evade again, but Arslan continued his string to chase it down. Sidestep left. That wasn't a whiff punish, and it wasn't a combo either. Down forward 1, wipe the floor. Okay. And Arslan saying, I can see it too. I can see it sometimes.
Sometimes only.
No, see, that's what he said. A wall combo. How does Arslan play the wall pressure? Up close. DF1, sidestep 1, poke the legs twice. Second one on a bit of a dash to try and chase the sidestep left, and it succeeded.
Down back 3.
1-1. Nice block him down 2 again. Is he seeing that? Running 1+2, heat engage, big chip damage. Not as much as it used to be in Season 1. Oh, step the knee. Ivory cutter. Nice block on the slide. What combo are we going to get? 2 butterfly loops, 3 butterfly loops. I don't even know if that's optimal damage for Nina anymore. It's like, there's no need to go for it, but it's cool that he's like flexing the execution. Down 4 after down forward 1. That's such a toxic situation. The down forward 1 has such good frames that if you try to jab back, the down 4 goes underneath. But Arslan finds a heat engage himself.
Maybe you can't decide, but I think you can interrupt.
And look again at how Williams XH snipes with the forward 2-1 from a distance. In a pushback situation, he reads your dash attack and hits you in the face, converting to a full launch. Stomp for about half HP. Okay, gets caught by the heat smash. Arslan can close out, well, tie up, I should say. QCF2 is blocked. Sidestep left around the down forward 1-2. Big punish coming. 1, 2, 3 butterflies. Every time, so consistent. Nice wall carry. Explodes the wall. Rage Art, deleting all that gray health. A great choice, right? You see how Arslan's health was all gray? Now he has no chance of recovering that. And given the way that Arslan likes to play pokes, he genuinely could have recovered a lot if not for this Rage Art. Blocked again.
No one is hitting wipe the floor.
Blocked again.
That's nice.
He cannot be hit by wipe the floor. 1-1. We've seen XH pull a lot of damage out of seemingly nowhere. Let's see who takes the lead and, like, call it the first to 2. Backflip. Look at how far away he's playing from. He tries to snipe with QCF2. Arslan just blocked.
Best Nina in UAE.
QCB while standing 2. Hits on counter hit. Wasn't a whiff punish or anything, but caught Arslan's timing. Wall break with the back 1+2. Strong aerial tailspin. Can he get the wall here? Oh, no, okay. No good. And the while standing 2, that was a greedy wall extension attempt, I think. Or maybe the axis was weird. It might have been greedy with that many hits, actually, now that I think about it, because it was a wall break. Sidestep 1 pressure. Arslan. Heat dash. He gets sidestep 2'd on counter hit. It wasn't a whiff punish, but Arslan got hit anyways, trying to play his normal timing. Stomp doesn't hit grounded. Holding the duck. Rage art after eating a down forward one. This guy is diabolical. Do you see this? He's getting poked. He eats the poke. Ow. Ow. Rage art. Like, that is so annoying. I have to imagine for a player like Arslan to deal with, because you want to stifle your opponent. You want to bait their responses, but not the response that's invincible to mids and lows, activates frame 7, or frame 8. Rage art is frame 8. Power crush is frame 7, and you know, wins the round. QCF2 snipe from downtown. That does a ton, man. Floated by the heat burst. Sidestep one, low poke, beautiful block, and that does 55 damage for a 13 frame punish. Ow. Poison missed. Throw is broken. Back 2-2. Arslan Ash healing a bunch of his health, pushing to the wall. We know his wall pressure is nasty. Back 2-2 anyways. That move is so good. 12 frame homing high, counter hit, confirmable string. Nice duck into while standing 2. These combos, man. Shoots to blow up the wall. He's going to have less wall hits here, right? Sidestep 1, heat burst, cancel. Okay, Arslan Ash now in heat. The gun does a ton of chip and healing, heat engage, or heat dash. Back 2-2-2 after eating the poke! Again!
That disrespect. Half of the team.
Slide. Sidestep 4-2. Back 2-2-2 again, bro. Back 2-2-2 is the story of this round. Look at this. Eats the down forward 1, back 2-2-2. Okay, and then at the end of the round, 2. Back 2-2-2 after blocking the poke. Usually Arslan gets like mental frame pressure here off the string extension. He just mashes into him. So at this point, Williams XH goes up 2-1 in the set. So at this point, they decide to switch stages. Usually in long sets, after 3 games, you switch stages. But Williams XH goes on an absolute tear, winning 2 games straight in the first to 5 to go up 4-1. Now, I don't want to skip all the way there. I want to show you some of the cool moments there. So keep paying attention to the score. This will be accurate to these moments in case you want to go back to the actual match and see how it came about. But look at this stuff, man. Here's the first play. Start of the round, he does a quarter circle back, sidestep left, counter hit, sidestep 2, making it so difficult to chase him down and find that clean hit. Look at that again. QCB, sidestep 2. And of course, you know he's going to convert the combo as optimally as possible. 77 damage off of that. Arslan Ash fights back a little bit, finding a nice sprint up, down, forward 2 to track the sidestep left on that timing.
Dash down forward 2 is working.
And that's what he knows, is that this is working. I got to keep doing this. And that's more of his style. He wants to be the one initiating and driving the interactions. Because in Tekken 8, you don't want to be the one sitting and defending all the time. But as you can see, even when sitting and defending, Williams XH is willing to mash, because look at this reward. 105 damage. Do you see how he got that? And Arslan Ash called him a masher after this. Look at how this came about. He got up, broke the throw, and then hit forward 3, and a counter hit launched. But of course, if you have this kind of combo game, it kind of makes sense, right? Like this, it makes sense if your like stat sheet is heavily in combos. You can get 105 damage off of a mash, and it's hard to hit you. This makes total sense to me. So Williams XH is able to tie up the round count. Huge counter hit launch. 1, 2, 3, 4 butterfly loops to get to the wall. 87, sidestep cleanly, shooter, QCF2, and look at this play. Back 2-2 mash, but again, this is the dynamic between the two players. It's Arslan Ash trying to play a dash realign and running into the counter hit button, right? He's trying to deal with the sidestep. He's trying to deal with the sidestep, and Williams XH just chooses to answer with the button. Dash, counter hit. That's Tekken. That's how that works. It's really, really difficult to fight somebody who's playing that style. So with the game count at 3-1, Williams XH still has more in his bag of tricks. Wall backflip is one of his favorite strategies. So Arslan is oppressing him. He's out of there. And then duck while standing 1, wall splat, complete momentum shift. Pushing to the wall, delaying his offense, kind of Arslan style. But Arslan tries to wipe the floor, and it gets blocked again. Do you see the consistency? Do you see the combo? Nice wall carry. And even Arslan Ash is like, he's got phenomenal combos. Paraphrasing, but you know. Back 2-2-2. Deep running 1+2 and trades just in time. Arslan Ash almost had him. The back 2-2-2 would have killed. And aside from the wall backflip, look at this, man. This quarter circle backstep. That completely dodging Arslan Ash's mid. This was a mid attack. The sidestep won. And he's completely out of there.
What was that?
Even Arslan is confused. He said, what was that? And every time this happens to him, he's taking so much damage. It must be so frustrating. Although, to be honest, I think my playstyle is pretty similar to Williams XH's. Look at this play, too. This is abuse of the Poison Mist. Poison Mist is so hard to whiff punish. So usually people will just like wait and then take their turn. So Williams XH just whiffs the move and immediately mashes Heat Smash. And it counter hits Arslan for trying to play the game after. So you really just have to like sit still. And even though this round is going so much better for Arslan to try to tie up, look at this play. Quarter circle backstep and blocks. I don't know how he was able to block in time. And then he Heat Smash underneath Arslan's back 2-2. No highs allowed when Nina has heat. This just completely cleared that high. Boom. Underneath completely. Even Arslan is audibly frustrated. So this puts Williams XH up 4-1. And now I want to show you this game of the first to 5. So the score is 4-1. Williams XH is up around. Check out how the rest of this set goes.
No down back 3.
Playing from a distance again, whiffing QCF1. It's hard to whiff punish. The back sway goes under the highs, and then he's able to hit a back 2-2-2. Nice block. Oh, but that's not the right punish. Okay, Arslan Ash piecing him up. 1-2 jabs and down forward ones. He creates space again and gets whiff punished. Simple combo just to guarantee the wall explosion. Tornado. He's going to get one hit, I think, into stomp. No, it does 1-2, 1+2. What do I know? Kick parry in the air. Okay, he creates space to get heat and baits the whiff punish. He was just out of range and Arslan Ash Twitch reacted, but did not have the right spacing. Sidestep 1, Rage Art again. Off of the wall, deleting all the gray. We've seen this a few times. Running 1+2. He heat dashed to burn Arslan's meter. Back 2-2. Punch parry.
Bro, what is this?
Even Arslan is so flabbergasted. Wow, bro, what is this? This is set point for the first to 5. Wipe the floor is good. QCB dodging the mid, man. Look at this combo. He got the perfect walk. Oh, but he didn't get the tornado.
Okay,
running 1+2.
Let's play another FP.
And even Arslan Ash right there says, okay, let's play another one. He understands that it's probably over, and he's ready to run it back. Dominant final game from Williams XH. And look at this, man. Like,
that's crazy.
Arslan Ash is flabbergasted by what's happening to him. He tries to swing with a long-range homing move, and Williams XH is out of there.
Nice.
It's an absolutely stunning style of Nina to see when we're so used to seeing how Arslan chooses to pilot this character. This character has so much flexibility. She's really cheap. But seeing how Williams chooses to wield her toolkit is really fascinating. So, Williams XH wins the first set 5-1. Okay, so if you need to take a stand break, get a snack, go do so. So Arslan takes a moment to recompose. It's actually humanizing to see him get so mad about mashing in the same way that many of us do. But he takes time to recompose. He understands the timing that Williams XH is on. They start the second set 0-0. How does Williams XH decide to play this moment? Okay, looks pretty standard so far. More evasion, but Arslan is keeping up with him, extending strings to chase him down. Playing again from a distance with the Poison Mist. Huge whiff punish. Miss input most likely whiffing a knee from that distance, but look at this combo, man. Okay, the extension missed though. Little wall ender there. Poison Mist again gets down jabbed. Evaded the first hit, but swung into the second one a little bit late to recognize the whiff. One throw back 2-2 tracking. Okay. Back flipping out of trouble, but Arslan Ash was ready. He didn't whiff this time, just followed her after, and oh my goodness. Another XH Rage Art. He blocked the down forward one from Arslan Ash, and then Rage Arted immediately after. And I'm pretty sure it either kills or is... No, not dead, not dead, not dead. Okay, down forward. Diabolical. Diabolical. After down forward one on block Rage Art, he eats a down forward 1-2 and then parries on hit. After getting hit, he parried. So he triples down on the style that worked for him, which to be fair makes sense. Wow, he evaded again, bro. He evaded it again. But this time Arslan is ready, right? Fresh first to 5. He knows what he's got to be looking for. And it's no longer... I mean, the more it happens to you, the less the emotional turmoil is going to be. Right? Okay. QCB out of trouble, but late on the whiff punish. That's tough. That's tough. I want to play Nina, and I want to try using that quarter circle backstep. Because that's pretty cool. Okay, down back 3. Both of them spacing out now. Arslan Ash not forcing anything. DF1s by themselves. Down forward 1-2. Sidestep 4. Ooh, didn't give her the launch punishable high after. To Arslan Ash. Tying it up. Running 1+2. And willing to play it patient for a little bit. We know Arslan likes to take a lot of pressure when he is at the wall. Snipes the QCF2, taking a page out of Williams XH's boat. So we know he's willing to pressure at the wall really aggressively, so he can take it slower and neutral, but gets blown up. And he's kind of confused too, because that wasn't really a whip punish. She just kind of did it. He just kind of did it, and it worked. But that's part of the game. 1-2 gets evaded. Wow, I would be mad. Heat Smash gets evaded. So much evasion, man. Are you serious? Evaded the 1-2 jab. And then the QCB evades the Heat Smash. And he gets a counter hit back 2-2-2. Now, this round is diabolical. Williams XH is clearly feeling himself. He had a good time winning the 5-1 or winning 5-1 against Arslan Ash. The way he plays this is ridiculous. Parry after eating the down 2. Parry after eating the down back 3. Now he's running his pressure, gets some more chip. Finishes the counter hit string. Arslan Ash interrupts. Dash down for 2. Back 2-2-2, counter hit. So he did parry 3 times. He hit back 2-2-2. He did power crush. Now he's playing from super far, letting his own heat meter take down and evades the forward 3. If you guys listen, I know the general level of my audience tends to, you know, lean towards the beginner intermediate side. If you've ever been mad about power crushes and parries and evasion, Williams, you are not built to fight Williams XH. After all of that, his QCF2 went completely under the forward 3. Every option he picks seems like it's designed to make you angry. But Arslan Ash cannot afford to get angry here. Going into game 2, so the set count is now 1-0 for Williams H. We're gonna go through some of these highlight moments again, okay? Arslan Ash keeping it solid with his preferred style, poking, dashing sometimes, counter hit, sidestep 4-2 is good, and now look at this wall pressure. He's gonna do it again. DF1-2-4 finishes the string. He actually could have died for that, but anyway, sidestep 1, delay timing. Back 2-2-2 mash, sidestep 4, delayed timing on that parry. He got hit by the parry 3 times last time, so he sidesteps and then does down 4, the sidestep, letting the parry expire. Could have been a low parry as well, so that sidestep really just eats up the time where he could have been at risk. All right, he wins 2 rounds straight, and now he goes into super high tempo poking after a clean sidewalk left, right? You oppress your opponent. Sometimes you know they're going to attack you. You just move. You don't have to always do a hitbox. And this is where he transitions to the high tempo poking I was mentioning. All right. Sidestep left, 1-2. Sidestep 1, sidestep 1. Parry after going minus to keep his turn. He knows Williams XH wants to respond because of the lower health bar. Look at that. This is Nina to me, right? This is probably what most people feel too. Finally tries to take his turn with that health deficit. Down 2 while standing 4, dash DF1, because Williams XH, if you look, was trying to sidestep off the wall. So the dash catches the sidestep. And then a down 2 using the hit advantage, not hesitating, knowing he has so much HP to work with. So Arslan Ash ties it up 1-1, starts clapping, starts kind of, you know, locking in, hyping himself up. It's 1-1. Okay. This is where Williams XH leans again into his strengths. He's backing away with the quarter circle backstep. QCF2 is about to come from downtown. Heat dash launch. Pretty simple closeout for our combo specialist. Never mind, 1 pixel. Down jab on Arslan's wake up. All right. Going into round 2. He's going to hit another crazy evasive quarter circle back right there while standing 2 whiff punish. No matter how much Arslan is looking for it, he has to maintain, or he wants to maintain his high tempo style. So he has to keep going in and swinging, which exposes him to that defensive style of Williams XH. In this game, in Tekken, attacking always carries risk. So when you're playing a fast poker and swinging a lot, you are exposing yourself. Nice, caught the backflip with the heat smash. And that's kind of what Arslan Ash is running into, the difficulty of maintaining that offense when somebody is trying to rob you the whole time. Same game, they both go up a round, so now they're tied. Final round, 1-1. All right, and this ridiculous situation happens. While standing 1 gets evaded by Nina's command roll. She gets shot in the back of the head. QCF2 heat dash, nice throw break. He's trying to fight his way out, but he goes low and gets wall splatted for his trouble. That was so unlucky. Look at this. How did this even happen? I think Williams XH does while standing 4 into the command roll. You like never see that. It was a crazy call out, and it was pretty funny that it worked. I have a lot of respect for that play. That was fire. I wish I understood what Arslan was saying. I wish I understood. Maybe I should ask him about it. That would be pretty funny. So after that situation, Williams XH wins another game. So the set count is 3-1 for the game you're watching. This is game 5 now. And this is just a neat little trick. He uses Poison Mist and it like evades highs. Do you see that? Can you believe that? Like, as if it wasn't already hard enough to hit this guy, he evades the 1-2 jab with the Poison Mist. That is so ridiculous. Arslan Ash, luckily, is not deterred, continues playing this fast-paced poking offense that we've always, known him for. But that Poison Mist is such a problem. It's like, it doesn't even matter if Nina isn't getting the reward. It, like, restricts when you feel comfortable attacking. And because the whiff recovery is so fast, it's like, I don't even know if I get to play the game after. Right? I'm not even sure that I get to play the game after you've whiffed it. QCF2 snipe again. 1-2-4. The thing about Williams XH, that was a nice counter snipe with the QCF2. Williams XH has all of these evasive moves and like these tricks in neutral, but we're noticing that he's not always making callouts on these strings or getting the right punishes, and that's kind of, I think, the trade-off of dividing your mental stack like that. Now, Arslan Ash goes up 2-1 in this game. And here we see, again, a great execution of his wall play. And I think it's really worth pointing out because this is what separates him from Williams XH. Williams XH more of a defensive wall player. You'll see him back away. Arslan Ash keeping the tempo as high as possible. Right? Getting in there. Slide. Down jab. Waiting for the backflip. And that's a big adaptation. Williams XH, in the earlier sets, we showed one of them, but he was always getting away from the wall with that backflip. So Arslan Ash runs his pressure, gets as much damage as he can, and then makes it ambiguous if he's going to back out or go back in. In this mid-range, it's hard to tell. Right? So this backflip comes, he sidesteps, and is able to get a whiff punish. And he's very happy about that too. Great adaptation.
Arslan, when can you watch your move?
Yep, and he's answering a chat question. So now he goes up 2-3, and Arslan Ash actually ends up winning 2 games. So now he ties it up 3-3. Now, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate that. It's time to watch the rest of the set straight through. They're tied 3-3. It's a 1-2 to conclude this 1-5. Right? That makes sense? So let's watch the rest of this set. The score count is 3-3. It's time. And if you jumped here by timestamp, I don't blame you. This is a longer video. We're experimenting this format. Just let me know in the comments, like, is this format working for you? Is it easier for you to just skip to the play-by-play? Would you rather the clips be at the end? Let me know. We're always trying to make it better. And yeah, I just really want to share this really cool Tekken. And I think long sets are kind of hard to watch. So it's cool to try to condense it where possible. So let me know. So the score is 3-3. And you'll start to hear Arslan get audibly frustrated. I'll try to have the volume high enough that you can hear. Spacing out, flip into tech roll and baits the whiff punish from Williams XH. That's the interesting thing. Williams XH is doing a lot of like twitch whiff punishment, both when he does his little backsway and in that situation where he is seeing that something is about to whiff, but he's not confirming what hitbox it is. and that's going to come back to bite him a little bit. Here, that is absolutely wonderful, right? He sees that the heat burst is probably coming. He believed in his sidestep left and just sent the whiff punish almost immediately. That was really, really good. Drops the wall combo. Single jab, poison breath into heat, but you basically have to pretend nothing happened. If you see poison breath on the screen, you don't really still get to play. You just have to be like, all right, well, nothing happened, I guess. Back 2-2-2. Plus frames, blocking, ducking. Arslan Ash wins through his defense. And you can hear him say the same thing. He's the toll it's taking on him is audible. Listen.
Blocking. Defense.
So he goes up around. Back 2-2-2.
He knows only back 2-2.
And even then he's frustrated. This guy keeps mashing back 2-2. Is that all he knows? And then you can see the frustration get to him. He gets hit by the QCB whiff punish again. And now this round is basically gone. One throw, no break.
Okay, fine.
It's so humanizing hearing Arslan get verbally frustrated. Like, you just assume he's composed all the time. That's the punish on the Twitch whiff punish, right? He extends a string and it gets a counter hit launch, right? Because Williams sees the jab whiff but isn't ready for the kick right after. Great play from Arslan, but the backflip has gotten Williams out of the wall. Down jab. Okay. Arslan Ash playing really conservatively, doesn't want to get robbed. He has the lead. Run up, down, back 3, he gets shot, but he created enough space that he didn't get wall splatted. Tries to get away from the wall.
How do you know this?
The 2-throw got ducked, and Arslan Ash said, how did you know this? You know, you guys have asked that before. How did he know? How did he know I was going to do that? Oh my goodness, QCF2. That round is a... These have been like 2 straight tilting rounds. But now he has to really like recompose himself for real. And down 4 gets sidestep, reverse ivory cutter. This is an absolute textbook game for Williams XH. Nice carry. Heat burst to save the wall combo. Doesn't get the low splat, but he gets the chain throw. Okay, down back 2, tracks and pushes back a bit. So nice to get off that wall. Down jab, sidestep 1, down forward 1-2-4, no duck again, but he tried to sidestep right and got caught by the QCF2. That long range play from Williams XH, man. Stomp, backflip out of there. Oh my goodness, the combo dropped! Scramble! Back 2-2, of course, parry. I cannot imagine being composed after that game, man. What happened here? Yeah, this one.
How do you know this?
How did you know this? And then this scramble into back 2-2 parry. So, Williams XH advancing to set point 4-3. Arslan Ash will have to let all of what just happened to him go. He'll have to breathe. He'll have to compose. And I've been saying it, but I really appreciate that he's so real. He's just a fighting game player. Okay, the throw catches the parry. Unbreakable. Down 1-4. Okay, little whiff. Nice punish. A little delay timing beating the parry, so he mashes back 2-2. If Arslan's delaying, then you know Williams is going to start spamming the back 2-2. QCF2. 4-4. He's stringing him up. He's trying to get this last game as quickly as possible. Heat dash. He needs to win another interaction. Does far advancing button to beat any mash attempt, to beat the backflip. That was a good call. Okay, 2-throw again. Throw break's not in play. Oh, okay, late hit of the poison breath. That's annoying. And then down forward 2. Okay, chooses a early tornado on this combo. Maybe misjudged the wall, surprisingly. Still did a ton, though. He does the command roll again. This time Arslan delays heat burst to stabilize the situation, but he gets shot into the wall. How did that happen? Oh, weird situation here. Late poison breath again into heat smash, and now it's chipped down to 1 pixel. Down 4 whiffs. Arslan Ash misses the punish on the high. He needs to keep swinging. Wants to heal as much as possible. DF1, DF1, 2-4. No duck. Sidestep 4. Oh! The lows adding up too much. 1-1. DF2. Back 2-2-2 mash again. Now he's playing from far away. Poison Breath is working. Sidestep left. A master of this zoning Tekken. He dropped a combo, but he was playing from far, baited Arslan to come in with a predictable long-range move, and just played sidestep left. Great stuff. Okay. Multiple down back threes. You better find a better way to step off this wall. Williams XH stands still and finds the QCF2. Absolutely flabbergasting style of play. And look, this is the defensive wall game. He's not forcing anything, so Arslan Ash starts initiating. That is... Oh, and then he got stepped. Arslan Ash mastering the cross-up combo, character specialization. He is losing his mind. Back 2-2-2. Uh-oh. Running 1+2. Again, backsway, delay, and then QCF2 snipe. Arslan Ash getting caught just between his movement, between his attacks. DF1-2. Oh, we got him again with the sidewalk left. Full back turn combo. Position change. No heat burst available, so the combo drops. I'm sure there was a way to not drop it, but you know, I'm not Nina specialist. Sidestep 2 out of nowhere? I don't mean to laugh at another man's suffering, but you're just used to seeing esports Arslan, you know? He's very locked in, very professional. This is really funny. Oh! Orbital through the parry.
Oh, last, guys, last.
Yep, and with this, he's able to tie up the set count 4-4. Very clutch play despite the clear emotional distress he is undergoing. All right. Okay. So this set, the second 1-5, goes to a 4-4 situation. The previous one, let's be honest, a bit of a wash. 5-1. No disrespect. But Williams XH was gaming. Now, Arslan Ash seems to have adapted to understanding how Williams XH wants to rob him. If he keeps playing it tight, keeps controlling him, and then sometimes just gives up his turn and is willing to just sit still until Williams XH does something wrong, then he can win. Nice parry here, down 2. He's got the plus frames. He's delaying his timing a little bit. Finishes the string, no block punish. While standing for counter hit. Sidestep 2, evading the 1-2. That's just good play. Butterfly loops, tail spin. We already know he's getting the wall. Nice. QCF1 to carry. Stomp. Oh my god. He sidestepped around it. Oh no. Nice. Yep, and Arslan Ash gives it up. He says, nice. You know, it's a good play. He's thinking, he's pondering. Oh my goodness, he almost got under the back 2-2 with the QCF, but there was a second hit. Forward dashing. Now he's sitting a lot more still, not forcing a lot of poking. Little whiff punish here and there. That's not the punish, Williams. Down back 3. Okay, counter hit. Okay. Just gets sniped on the way in. Down forward 2 whiff punish. You'd love to see. Actually, I don't think that was a whiff punish, but for some reason he got hit. Maybe he tried to sidestep after.
What?
Okay, little weird combo situation, but he salvages it. Down 2 to kill. Tied game. Tied game. Down 4-1 round start. Okay, poison mist. Yep, chooses not to play after. He just chills out and still eats the QCF. Dude, that's so rough. Okay, heat burst. Can't evade that one. Parry, amateur. Down back 3. Oh, nice step, and the heat smash luckily realigning because that axis was looking really sketchy. QCF2 heat dash. Every QCF2 hitting, man. Stomp. Williams XH. QCF2 again. No throw break. Does Arslan start to abuse that? Like, he lets him approach, and now he's running the poke pressure. Look at this. He's in there. Slowing it down a little bit, but he got greedy. He got greedy with the high. He didn't need to close out there. I guess he was really confident. Usually he just wins through his poke pressure. I'm really surprised by that. Oh! Huge up forward 4 whip. Oh, he's losing it. Hold on. Recompose. No, he gets counter hit launch. Oh, but the combo dropped. It's never over. Stay in it. Down back 2 homing. QCB sidestep 2. Again, so evasive. Oh, it's tragic. Oh, it's tragic. This is gonna hurt. Like, he has 2 guesses left. Breaks the throw. Down 4-1. Little counter hit situation. Down back 3. Blocked and shot. And GG's. Williams XH wins 5-4 in the second 1-5. This was a great stream. Arslan was going through it. Not to laugh at his suffering. I just want to highlight the situation again because it does show up a lot in the sets, but it didn't show up a ton in, you know, my highlight reel of this, you know, super long double first to five. But you see here, this is how Williams XH tends to play the wall. Whereas Arslan Ash will close the gap and start playing a bunch of poke timings and change up offense where you can't backdash away. Williams XH stays right here. He just stays right there, and Arslan Ash ends up closing the gap, taking advantage of that, and getting this nice play where Arslan Ash has the initiative and forces the mistake out of Williams. Williams is more of a passive, responsive player in that he's like, okay, what are you going to do? Luckily, Arslan Ash is so good at what he does that he's able to get in. But you can see how this style is notably different, even though it's a whole lot of nothing. Like, the contrast is astounding. Yeah, just for comparison, you can see this again. Look, Arslan, when he gets the wall advantage, he runs in there. Down forward, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, okay, Ol could have died for that. But look at this. Stays right in the face, changing up offensive timings, mixing up mids, mixing up lows, catching any mash and sidestep attempts, right? He's very, very proactive in that corner. And it's such a noticeable difference. I can't tell you if one is better than the other. Realistically, if you're good and you could do both, that would be amazing. But, yeah, there's two styles of play there. I would imagine that in the, you know, with how Tekken 8 is, maybe it's better to be proactive and be forcing the mistakes out of your opponent, at least in a tournament setting. But, I mean, Williams XH won both sets, and we saw that defensive wall, like, control style, like, keeping them caged at the wall, almost like Street Fighter style, is also effective. Now, for those who have been involved on Twitter and like kind of keeping up with everything, you may have already known that there is a runback set. That runback set has concluded. We'll be doing another video on that. But before Arslan ran that set, he actually tweeted, if Williams X wins the Nina Mirror again tomorrow, I will legit give him $100. Now, this isn't a money match, right? Because Arslan isn't going to take his money if he wins. But I think he needed to put something on the line for himself to try and lock in for the follow-up mirror match. So, I'm going to take some time to watch that set in detail, try and grab the highlights again, because, you know, these long sets have a lot of meat to get through. But yeah, it'll be something really exciting. And we know Arslan Ash, when he's determined, he can be near unbeatable. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and comment if you did. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.